Laurance Lee is in London looking at the rather dramatic scenes in the last hour or so. Tell us what happened, Laurance.
Well, Jane, just after I finished speaking to you, we really thought it was all over, to be honest with you. The protesters were coming out, the anti-G8 organisers in London, one by one. The police had broken in and they were coming out. A couple arrested, mostly walked around the corner, all very peaceful. And suddenly, out of nowhere, I think we filmed these pictures, so I hope we can show them to you. Up on the roof, just over there, a man appeared as if from nowhere, frankly. There were some police on the roof who had special abseiling equipment on, and we didn't know quite why they were there, but evidently they were guarding the perimeter at the very least. He shouted and he shouted, and he hung on to a chimney, and then the police were trying to work out what to do with him, and he ran at the edge of the building. And from where we were standing here, you can see the pictures just as well as I can. It seemed to me that he was running for the edge. And
so they saved his life.
I found myself shouting, "Stop, stop," involuntarily. It seemed to me, standing here, Jane, that they actually saved his life and they pulled him back. And they've spent a good hour, actually, restraining him on the floor. He was shaking like a leaf. You can probably see just over there, if we point our live camera at where the police, that's the guys with the climbing gear there. Some of them pulled him back from the edge. Now, you know, I mean, whether you think this was a bit of proactive policing because these guys in here, what they describe as the sort of command and control centre of this week's anti-G8 protests in London, they would see this as the criminalisation of protest because the police basically went in to try to stop all these protests before they started. The police would see it as total policing. That's the Metropolitan Police's own slogan, and an attempt to get on top of this before it started. Whatever view you take, quite dispassionately, right at the end of this, a guy's life was saved because that building is about 20 metres up, and if he'd gone over the edge, I think, well, he might have landed on top of a police van, but it was a pretty extraordinary thing. The question, of course, now is, now that this has been so disrupted, will the planned protest across London throughout the rest of today and in the days to come actually be able to take place, or will the police have disrupted them as well?
Oh, we'll wait and see. Thanks for that, Laurance Lee.